It's after midnight and she's on your phone saying come over 'cause she's all alone. I could tell it was your ex by your tone. Why is she calling now after so long? Now what is it that she wants? Hey, tell me what is it that she needs? Hey, did she hear about the brand new Benz that you just bought for me? 'Cause y'all didn't have no kids, nope. Didn't share no mutual friends, nope. And you told me that she turned trick when y'all broke up in 96. Come on. Sing the chorus with me, y'all. Y'all know the damn chorus. Listen, y'all already know what we here for. Y'all already know what's finna be discussed. Y'all already know what's going down. But I have to continuously give a disclaimer. You demon ass Candace bitches, y'all can drift on off to the seventh layer of hell at this point because I personally feel like she sits on the right hand of Satan because she's the spawn of him. All right, I keep trying to tell everybody. That bitch is a voodoo priestess. She's the Antichrist. Keep her away from me. I ain't got no time. All right. Y'all can leave y'all opinions. I do not care. Do not at me in any of y'all opinions because I said what the fuck I said about that big pie face whore. All right? I said what I said. Do not be DMing me. Do not be emailing me. Y'all stop that shit. I don't want to hear it. I don't like her. I don't like her. She not my type of. She not my type. You're sorry. She's not my kind of girl. Okay, she not my kind of girl. All right. Shout out to Do With This Shit. Y'all got two for the price of one on this review. All right. Straight up. I said what I said. Period. Now, I don't know what this episode is going to give. I'm watching it right along with you guys. And you know what I'm saying? I'm reviewing it and giving my thoughts and opinions as they go. So I don't know what it's going to give, but we going to see and we going to gag and we going to roast and all of the rest of that. So, yeah. See y'all in a minute. All right, you guys. So the episode continues where I left off at. That was the argument down to that damn restaurant, but you know, Karen tries to give Kleenex, Ashley, and Mia some old lady sitting under the tree advice. I don't know if they're going to take it or not, but we're going to see. So Dickless calls Wendy a horrible hostess. Dickless, that fuck nigga in the dress, I meant to say, calls Wendy a horrible hostess because they don't have their own bathroom, so she's looking for a hotel. I guess, child. So Kleenex talks about Ashley's forehead. You know, Kleenex, again, you could fit a whole 18 wheeler on your forehead alone. So at the end of the day, one big forehead joke deserves another. Moving on. G talks about getting some ass when he gets home, which is completely just disgust. Listen, y'all may consider G a fun time to me. Again, he's that perverted old ass uncle that be standing up in the corner, sitting up there trying to flirt with all of the little cousins around there. And they damn friends. That's what he give me. Rocking a cane glow, drinking a Coke 45 out the bottle. I don't like it. So Kleenex says that Chris has a two-tone dick. Candace, we don't give a damn about your white man and his two-tone dick. It's a two-tone dick connected to a white man. All right? So nobody really gives a damn about that. I don't know. Maybe you. We gonna talk about that tomorrow. And again, G's still being perverted. What else is new? So Chris, when they get home, Chris tries to get Kleenex to see that Ashley isn't that bad. She just likes to push her buttons, and she allows her to. And then Kleenex comes out of her mouth and says she agreed that Ashley does have her good moments. So then, if that's the case, why do you continue to allow her to get to you? If you already know what it is, why feed into it? That makes no sense to me. And that's basically what Chris is trying to get you to understand as well. That's dumb. If you already know what it is, don't feed into the bullshit. And don't get me wrong, Ashley don't need to be running around here baiting you simply because she don't want to tell the real deal Holyfield about what's going on in the confines of her damn marriage. Don't get me wrong. Ashley ain't innocent in none of this shit. Because Ashley ain't had no business poking a damn bear. Ashley ain't had no business bringing that shit up when it was already over with. But I had to agree with your husband. So Tacky, that fuck nigga in the dress, and Dickless, um, tells a scholar that they're going to the hotel and they coming back in the morning, and then Wendy sees them leave. See, they tried to sneak out. They try to fly the coop because that's what buzzards do. You know, Eddie sees them leave, and then Wendy says that it's childish. They looking for a moment, and I got to agree. Everybody was under the impression that y'all wasn't coming. Now you want to sit up here and be upset with the room that you got. But again, you got what you got because you wanted to be bitches to this woman and not want to come. Beggars can't be choosers. Moving on. All right, you guys. So the next day Mia complains about how not having accommodations in her hotel and in her room, and about how, when her and Gordon go out on vacations, they're used to having, turn downs and waiters and this, that, and this. And it's just like, Mia, listen, regular people don't give a flying fuck about your rich people problems. God forbid you and Gordon get, you and G gotta make, Gordon, you and Gordon gotta make your own beds. I mean, I really hope I don't ever get so rich and famous and fabulous to where I forget my roots and I forget where I came from. I really hope I don't ever get so big in this shit to where I just forget that I used to make my own bed, cook my own food, wash my own clothes, clean my own bathroom, my own house, wash my own ass. Like, okay. So Karen and Wendy talk about them two buzzards leaving in the middle of the night, and I agree with Karen and them. It was just as tacky as Giselle fashions are. I mean, I understand you broke your toe, Giselle, but who cares? Again, you got what you got because you wanted to be a bitch and not show up. Therefore, you got the funky ass room with a bathroom. Is your nearest one is downstairs. Other people offered you to use theirs. You didn't want to do that. Yada yada, like whatever. So Ashley talks about her and Michael's different parenting styles because Michael called one either Tommy or Dale bad. I don't know. And then Ashley says that she don't like when kids are called bad. But Ashley, if they're bad, they're bad. If you got some badass churn, you got some badass churn. I mean, I'm just saying. But I mean, I get what you're saying, Ashley. And you know how Michael grew up. So I mean, yeah, keep an eye on that. So Ashley calls Tacky, and Karen brings up her not saying bye to the hostess. And then, that's when Tacky starts saying that Wendy ain't said a word to her since she got there and all of the rest of this bullshit. And of course, Wendy hears it and then she chimes in on the situation. And yeah, that part going to be continued. All right, you guys. So, Wendy, true to form, were her true 4 degrees form, simply reminded Tacky that, excuse me, sweetie, I greeted you and Dickless, that fuck nigga in the dress, when y'all first got here. So don't sit up here and say that I haven't said not one word to you when you first got there, you lying ass heifer. You know. That's basically what she said. Now I threw in all the ad libs, but she went the classy route, lying ass bitch. Anyway, so Wendy asked Mia, would she be down to sit and talk to Candace? And Mia says that of course she doesn't mind having an adult conversation with Candace. And I totally believe Mia. While I don't see it for Mia like that, I don't see it for Mia at all. But I totally believe her when she says she's down to have the conversation. Because she was down to have the conversation the first time. Satan's spawn was the one who took and veered that conversation into a way that it didn't have to go. So I believe her. And again, she's a much better woman than I'll ever be because the next conversation that I would have had with her, yeah, she'd have had to see me. We would have had the conversation outside in the field somewhere for about a good 15 seconds and then it's done. Anyway, so Ray arrived. Shout out to Ray and his knees for making the trip. His knees and his ankles and all of that survived that damn ride. So Karen feels like his old ass being there is somehow going to help this trip gear to another level. But Karen, let's be clear. When has that ever happened? Like, I'm just going to be honest. Like, but I mean, I hear what you're saying, Karen, but I just don't see it. So most of the people on the trip, the women, are hungover, in particular Escala and Candace, and they don't know if they can handle a boat ride. Understandable. Um, so then Tackly and Dickless, that fuck nigga in the dress, show up. And yeah, we'll be back after this commercial break. Dear Lord God Almighty. So hold on. So Wendy comes downstairs before they get to the boat ride or whatever, and then Tacky brings up in her confessionals about how she came down there, she didn't say anything to her, and how that's all right because she don't have anything to say to her either. Okay, Tacky, whatever. So Escala and Robin talk, and then uh, as Skylar says that, I mean, Dickless, that fuck nigga in the dress, says that she's not interested in having a conversation with Wendy because every time she talks to her, it's conversational. When the first time she met her, she thought that she was cool and everything was good and copacetic, but now she just doesn't know anymore. You know, Dickless, that fuck nigga in the dress, gets on my nerves because she constantly wants to sit up here and fall victim to the shit that she creates. Like, stop sitting here and acting as if you don't know why Wendy came for you. Wendy came for you because you called yourself taking up for Giselle over some information that you know your damn self she only brought up to the group to be messy, to be petty, to be vicious, to be childish, to be vile, because that's what she's always done. She's always done that. And you've always constantly found ways or reasons to sit up and agree with it, or try to explain it away, or try to turn it around in a person as if they don't have a right to feel a fucking way that they feel. Stop acting as if you don't know why you got what you got. Like, whatever. So then Mia overhears the conversation and she goes back and reports it to Wendy, but she reported it the wrong way. You know, listen, Mia, playing telephone is not your shtick. Okay, continue doing what you've been doing, child. Don't try to be the bone collector. I see they're auditioning you for different parts, and you're not fitting in either one of them. I'm just saying, leave that shit to Ashley. Moving on. So then Wendy and Dickless, that fuck nigga in the dress, both agree that they don't have no reason to have no conversation with each other. They totally understand where each other stands. Wendy sees Dickless for who she is, and that's just a minion and a do girl and a patsy and a flunky. You know? Like, she has a failed existence. She failed in everything that she's done. She failed in her marriage. She failed in with businesses. She fails having a brain. She lacks substance if she had ever had any at all. I would love to know what Robin's life and how Robin was before she became the basket case that we see now. Like, it's just ridiculous. Whatever, girl. We'll be back after these commercial breaks. Lord Jesus. So Wendy tells Tacky how she felt about her not reaching out to them when she made it to the hotel room. So how could she be upset with them for leaving the way that they did? I mean, but Tacky, nobody told you two brazen hoes to go any damn where. You was able to walk up and down the steps to go back up and forth to the damn car ride. You was able to walk back and forth up the stairs when they was downstairs cackling and kicking. You was able to make it forth back and up and down the stairs to leave the damn place. You was able to make it back and forth up the stairs to come to the damn place. So at the end of the day, like, you have no argument, nor do you have no leg to stand on, bitch, because you only got one now. Get out of my face with that bullshit. Anyway, Wendy calls Tacky a bully and a mean girl, and then Dickless, that fuck nigga in the dress, chimes in and say, "Do y'all men? Why are we having this conversation? Do y'all men even want to hear this?" And they told her absolutely right, bitch. We heard worse. Like, that's the shit that I be talking about with Dickless, and she always wonders why she gets what she get. Like, here is another time where somebody is finally calling out Giselle for who and what she is, and you just dead set on not letting it happen. Like, nobody was fucking talking to you. She already addressed you and cleared your damn ass. There was no reason for you to have to jump in that. Nobody was talking to you. So anyway, Mia and Kleenex finally talk as women. So Mia finally takes accountability for asking the questions that she had asked her that she asked Mama Zilla. And then, here go Kleenex doing what she always do, child, saying that, it wasn't what she asked her mom. It was the fact that, I worked really hard on this and I'm just so scared. And, I didn't know what I was doing and I don't know what I'm doing. Yeah, but you know what, Kleenex? We could say the same thing about that woman mama and her sobriety. All right, she don't know what the future gonna hold. She don't know what she doing. She don't know what she got going on. And you know what you said? You didn't care. So when it comes to you and this bullshit, bitch, I don't care. Fuck you, them tears, and that Kleenex. It is what it is. Again, this is another prime example of you being able to dish it, but you can't take it. It should not have hurt you to your core over a bitch that you don't know about what they think about what you got going on, especially when we know everything that Mia Gap was given to her. So the fact that that shit hurt you to your core, you know it was low budget. You knew it was low budget. You knew it was a ratchet, ghetto fab, projectic ass mess. You know that. And you felt that in your heart of hearts. And that's why that happened. And it hurt you even more that somebody that you just met saw it. Just like them bitches that you think is your friends saw it. Now you sitting up here saying that you ain't got no friends. Because didn't nobody take up for you and Mia. Ciao. We'll be back after these commercial breaks. All right, you guys. Child, we finally at the end of this thing. So, Kleenex apologizes for the your mama joke. She said had she didn't know, had she known it read that deep for her, she never would have done that. Excuse me, she never would have done that. I am glad that they were at least able to have a conversation and bury the shit about the your mama situation. But we clearly see that they're still not friends, that there was a resolve with the whole your mama thing, but probably not now that she done came out with these old homophobic tweets that Kleenex came out with last year. Like, it's whatever, child. Whatever. Listen, at least for that moment, y'all was able to talk as two civilized women and be able to get over it. So they get on the bus, Ashley sleeping on the window, and then G decides to pick with her. I mean, G, you're not drunk now, I don't think. Or then again, maybe you are because y'all was down there with all the liquor at. Excuse me, y'all down there with all of the damn liquor at. So maybe your ass was drunk, and maybe that's why you started picking with that damn woman for no reason. I don't know. But Karen says he's so wrong. I don't know. I just don't see it for G for some reason, y'all. I don't. I just, he creeps me out. But y'all, that's it. That's all I got. I ain't got no more to give y'all. Tonight's episode, it was okay. It was alright. But yeah, y'all be prepared for tomorrow morning's Let's Gag at 11 o'clock a.m., 10 o'clock Central Time on the second channel. Love you guys. Mwah. Bye.